ladies, so if you do recently got some shoulder problems, so if you've got a broom handle handy, if not, don't worry, you can improvise with mop or a feather duster, so long as you've got some sort of means of keeping your arms extended. We'll come back to that in a minute, but we're just going to start with a shoulder warmer, so just like we do in class. You're going to lift up, open the chest, ease your shoulder blades back and down. Lift up, open the chest, drop back and down. Lift up, open the chest and drop back and down. Relaxing your arms by your sides now, just allowing your shoulders to lift up and down. So we're not opening the chest, we're just shrugging the shoulders, just warming up that shoulder girdle. 3, 2, and 1, and release. Okay, this time we're going to protract the shoulders forward, so then bring them forward, and then back to center. So not retracting them, just bringing them forward, and back to neutral. So shoulder pain can stem from your chest, your neck, and various other places in your body where you have tension. It might even be a hip that you put out, or that's not happy, that's causing the opposite shoulder to play up. It's all very complex, and as you know from my physiology talks in class, everything is related. So come back to center now for me. We're going to retract the shoulders, taking them back and through center. Shrug them back and center. Back, center, back and center. So everything else relaxed now. Take an inhale into your nose, nice and deep. Exhale. Lock on your core, stabilize your posture. You're going to lift your arms with just your shoulder joints. So you're lifting and lowering. Never swinging the arms, we're lifting with intention, using our core to stabilize the rest of our body, warming up the synovial fluid in your joints, lifting and up. Keep going. 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, so release your arms by your side. Now we're going to lift up, open nice and wide to T position. And then come back to center. So we're opening and closing. Opening and closing. This time we're going to open, lower fingers, little fingers lowering, easing, squeezing behind your bottom, easing them in, opening the chest. Like say your pectorals being tight can draw your shoulders in and cause your shoulder problems. Thumbs down, easing towards you. And relax. Extend your arm, put your opposite elbow in your elbow fold, and you're going to ease your forearm with your upper arm across to the opposite side. Breathe through this stretch now. You might feel it in your rotator cuff, it's right at the corner of your shoulder, so to speak. Just opening out. Extend your opposite arm to your opposite elbow, repeat the other side. Really feel that drawing in there now, in the rotator cuff, the deltoids, and the pectorals are now contracting, keeping the arm across the chest. Okay, arms down and release, so lift up, take them back and down. Okay, taking hold of that pole or broom handle, whatever you have in front of you. Do it your feet to Pilates stance with hip distance apart, tail tucked under, moving your core all the time, nice and stable, always looking to improve your posture. Slowly draw your broom handle or duster or cane, whatever you have, up and down. Again, here we're working on building muscle up around that shoulder joint. And once you're happy that you can do this successfully, you can start adding weights, 500 grams or a tin of beans in each hand or a bottle of water. A bottle of water is equal to about a pound weight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice and gentle, but all the time mobilizing. Like trying to take your stick or your cane behind you now. Posture. Build your chin for the teacher. Tuck your tail under. Inhale. Exhale. Press the bar, stick, pole, cane, whatever you have away from you, and then draw it back. Always just a a light grip on your apparatus, drawing it back towards you, lifting, feel that chest open. You might feel your collarbone area coming into play, so push back and bring it back towards your bottom. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, bring your shoulders up, back and down. You want to advance on this move, you can then hinge from the hip, back is flat, soft bend in the knees, we're lifting up, lowering down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Squeeze your core. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2. And last one, lift and hold. And release. Back to center. You take some pole to the front. You place the palm of your one hand on the end of the pole and simply holding quite lightly. So if my arm is by my side, the other end of the pole is going to be away from me. So assuming that this is my injured shoulder, I'm going to use the pole to extend and re-wake up those muscles, lengthening my arm out. And then I'm going to relax my arm down, allowing my good arm to go out to the side. So if you do have one shoulder that's worse than the other, you want to do double the exercise in this routine on the bad shoulder than the good, so they both come up to equal eventually. Lifting up. All about range of movement, mobility, and keeping those joints fluid. The synovial fluid, keeping them nice and moist and able to move in that ball and socket joint. 4. Again, listen to your own body, everybody's range is different. So I have full flexibility this side, but I have had surgery on my shoulder the other side, so you need to bear that in mind, listen to your body at all times. I'm going to reverse that now. I'm going to put my other arm, my other hand into play now. Arm down, pole is up. I'm going to press on the pole, lift my shoulder. That's the point of pain there, so I'm going to pull back, lower down. So when you're working in pain, as you start to feel it, just go to the level where it just almost starts to hurt, and then come back. And then with practice each day, that point of pain will become more extended. Further away, you'll be able to move your arm as you start to mend the tissues around it. Don't ever work in the pain threshold, work just before it. Strengthen what you have got that's benefiting well, and helping extend that goodness through to your injury. 4. So normally I would do double on this arm. This side is my inferior side, strength-wise. Up and lower down. Staying with the bar now. Again, you can incorporate weights. You could have 2 dumbbells here, press them end to end with this should you choose. So just going to stay with the pole today. Inhale, exhale. So no puppy dog, hands, wrists straight. You can extend your fingers to help you visualize your wrists being straight. Lead with the elbows, lift up to the waist, and then slide back down. It's all very slow, trying to heal that injury. Using your core to stabilize your posture is going to help you with more strength. Lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower down, this time keeping the elbows high again. Let's see if we can bring it up to bust level. Keep the elbows above the bar, lowering down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Okay. I'm going to take your right hand now. Place it on the top of your pole. Put your fingers on the bottom. Okay, so it's a cane, whatever length it is, no matter what it is, where your how far apart your hands are. The principle is the same. We're going to take it to the one side. So we're going to take it to the left now. And bring it back to center. So keeping that rod nice and straight wherever you're at with it. I'm not gripping it, I'm just gently holding it. And the spinal rotation here is working from the top of my right shoulder down to my left glute. So this is hip related. This rotation is going to help across the fascia that runs diagonally from your shoulder to your hip. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to invert it now to take things to the other side. So same principle again, I'm going to drop my arm down, this is my injured arm, a little bit more gentle now, take it to the side and back. So core is locked on, tail's tucked under, core is solid, just getting that nice rotation, thoracic spine, but also from my left shoulder to my right hip. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So again, coming into our full rotation now, which we've done in class. So your bar is out, your pole is out, your payment that you have, fingertips either end. I'm going to take it now forward. I'm going to upend it. I'm going to travel across your face in one direction. So you come to the corner, then lift your left arm, lower it down, come through center. Changing over. So you lift, drop down behind you, and in front, drop down. So you're making a helix, or a figure of 8, mobilizing the whole of the shoulder joint now, getting underneath that scapula, into all parts of the shoulder. Twisting round, you can bend in your knees here, you can get a bit more work up to the waistline. Nice and easy, let it flow, not too fast. Out and around, drop down behind you, drop down in front. Down behind, drop down in front. Drop down behind, down in front. Then you come back to your centre, now we can take that the other side. So with opposite hands on top now, we're going to drop down behind and drop down in front, changing direction. Soft bending your knees, relaxation through the body, feet are grounded, weight is in your heels. Those lifts now, see how much easier it is now your shoulders are nice and warm to lift up to shoulder height and lower down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. So moving on now, if you haven't got weights at home, as I said, just grab a couple of water bottles. We're going to come to some chest flies. So we're going to hinge from the hip. So you're hinging over from the hip. Feet are hip distance apart. We're going to bend the arms. We're going to open the chest now in case the tightness in your shoulders is caused by tight pectorals, which cross the front of your chest here and attach to your shoulder. So we're going to inhale, soft bend in the knees, back is flat. I want you to press open and close. So there's 2 tins of baked beans, 2 bottles of water, or just some light weights. We're lifting and opening the chest. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Lift your shoulders up, back and down. You're going to raise up now. So elbows are directly in your shoulders, in line with your shoulders. Inhale. Tuck your tail under. Exhale. We'll squeeze together. Push those elbows together. And open. Front of the shoulders here now as well as the chest. Keeping those elbows nice and in line with your shoulder joints. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, lift, and lower. So making your witch's hat, your sampan, lift up and down. Keeping that constant awareness of where your muscles are and what's working. So really lifting now underneath the shoulder blades and that shoulder joint. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. So holding in this position, you can see now from the S in my top to the top of my shoulder. That's the start of the end of my pectoral muscle, where it joins the shoulder here, just to help you understand where your chest comes into play, opening the chest to get into the shoulders. And the same at the back here, more shoulder muscles going across the back from trapezius, the rhomboids in the center, so we're waking everything up, lift and lower and lift. Lower your weight, so tins of beans, whatever you have today, lift your shoulders up, ease them back and down. So we're coming to bicep curls now, elbows by your side, lift up, lower and fully extend. So again, a little bit of work going on in the chest, in the front of the shoulders as well as the biceps, as they help stabilize you, keeping you nice and straight, allowing you to move your arms. 3 and 2, and last one, and squeeze, release, lift your shoulders up, back and down, coming forward now into some front and lateral raises. Inhale, exhale, tuck your tail under, lift up for me to shoulder height and lower. So more into the deltoids now in the front of the shoulders. You're going to really feel this to squeeze your core, help sustain your position. Always do this without weights if you don't, or if you're feeling too much discomfort with the weights, it can be done just as easily. It's about moving those muscles. Dropping back to lifting the arms in the first series, first section. And lower down, we take it out to the side now, so we're going to take it back and down. Medial deltoids here on the side of the arm. We're lifting up. Now you can see the chest muscles coming into play again. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and smile. We're not here long, so stay strong. Last one, hold it up there if you can. Now feel that weight drawing across the tops of your arms into your shoulders. And lower down, we're going to do one front and one side. So mat raise, inhale, exhale, tuck your tail under, lift and lower. Changing sides now, nice and gentle and strong, lift and lower. So it's not about the amount of weight you're carrying here, it's about the technique as you lift. Lift, lift, good girls, well done, lift, and lift. And lift, and lift, and through center, ease your shoulders up, back and down. And really cool off those shoulders now. You're going to wrap your arm across the front again, stretching back. Feel that pull as you lengthen through the shoulder muscles. And take it to the other side, lengthening one arm into the other. Bring our fingers together at the front, interlace our fingers, invert our cross, press, bow your head, tuck your tail under for me, really lock on your core, inhale, and do exhale, pat backs of the hands together, you're going to press open really strong. Keep those arms in line with your shoulders as you open, you're going to push the air back behind you now. Interlace your fingers behind you one last time, inhale. Hinge from the hips, soft bend in the knees, don't lock the joints, and we're going to press up and down, up and down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, up you come. Last one, just take opposite wrist in opposite hand, give yourself a little stretch right to the waist. The other side. Before we go, just one last thing, a little stretch for you. Stand in your door frame at home. So you're going to put one foot forward, again thinking about that diagonal from the shoulder to the hip of your rear. Pop your hands in the door frame for me. Any door frame, I haven't got one I can film from here unfortunately. So you're going to put your hands on the door jamb, on outside the door frame. your footsteps forward. You're going to push your weight, you're going to push your body through the door. The resistance can cause that stretch in your shoulders. Now if it's in pec minor, you want to stay high, so go a little bit higher up, so if the pain or tightness is higher up here, you can come up a bit. If it's in pec major, so more across here and down, and you stay here, shoulders and elbows level, push. So you need to play with this, find your height where you need to be, and once you stretch one side, you can change feet then, so again that transition to the diagonal, you can just push forward, holding that resistance against the door, using your core to stabilise the rest of your body, and again play about, see which feels most comfortable, don't go pushing into that pain level, just keep it within your own range and comfort zone. Just enough to breathe through the stretch, breathing in, and exhale. If you've got a suitable door frame, you can also do that in the corner of your room, corner of your wall, just putting your hands on the wall. So hopefully you can manage to do this a couple of times a week. It'll all help and just speed up or ease any damage that you may have caused or any tightness in your shoulders.